We're back here on First News Sunday. Earth Day arrives later this week, April 22nd. That's Thursday. Arbor Day comes next week. And here to talk about the state of the environment here in Indiana is a member of the board of directors of the Hoosier Environmental Council, David VanGilder. David, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
You know, being green, it's become the thing to be over the past couple of years.
Right.
It gets renewed importance with Earth Day and Arbor Day coming up. In terms of our overall state of the environment here in Indiana, how are we faring?
Well, I have to say, unfortunately, that it's not as good as we'd like it to be. Indiana has ranked toward the bottom of the 50 states in terms of its environmental quality, but it is something that I think every citizen can really work hard on and can have an influence in their homes and in their workplaces and in their communities.
When you say environmental quality, in terms of the things that you focus on with the Hoosier Environmental Council, what are the main elements there?
I'd say there are really three major topics that we deal with at the Hoosier Environmental Council. The first one is air quality. And a lot of their air quality issues relate to energy generation, coal. About 99% of our energy that we use in this state is derived from coal-generated power plants, so that's a big issue. There's mercury emissions related to the coal power plants. That's an air quality issue for people. The second one is water quality. We have increasing number of what we call factory farms, that is large dairy and hog operations, poultry operations that contribute to the decline of water quality in the state. And the third issue is the preservation of natural areas, wilderness areas in the southern part of the state, other natural areas even in the north part of the state as we are.
David, would you agree with me in saying that most people probably know ways in their own lives that they can be green, do things to conserve, but sometimes at the end of the day it's the convenience factor. You know, they had a big party, it's a whole lot easier to throw everything away rather than recycle it. They think, right, I'm just one person, we're just one family, this isn't going to make a difference. And that's...
Well, they say that.
Right.
And it is true. Everybody is just one person, one family, but they do make a difference if they make a conscious choice. I think a lot of parents in this community have had the experience where their child comes home from elementary school, for example, and says, "Mom, why are we using paper plates on the weekend?" And the mother might feel slightly guilty, but that is exactly the kind of change, small as it is, that can change the whole way a family lives. The recycling rate in Fort Wayne is really rather low. It's less than 30%. I think it's maybe even in the teens. That's a very, very sad rate. Recycling is not a difficult thing to do. You have to be conscious about it, and you have to be thinking about it each day, but it's an easy thing. The amount of water that people use, even though we look around and we get a lot of rainfall here in Indiana, as you know, and we've got these rivers, it seems like we have plenty of water, but the quality of the water that we have to use for drinking and industrial purposes is declining, and that means that families ought to do more towards conservation of fresh water.
Right. Take those shorter showers.
Exactly.
All these things are going to be on our minds during this upcoming week especially, and really, they should be all year round.
They should be, but this is a great time, Earth Day coming up this coming week, to really focus on these things and make a change in your life.
All right. Thank you so much for being here, David.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
All right.